Submarine Force leaders and technical community. I'm Commander George Howell, Commanding Officer of USS Missouri. Thank you for the opportunity to participate in Tech Symposium 2020. Innovating to maximize ASABO. Missouri just completed a 2-year extended overhaul at Pearl Harbor Naval Shipyard, ensuring our readiness and technical superiority. And during this period of extended maintenance, we identified an opportunity to implement preventative maintenance and enhancement of our human network alongside technical improvements to the ship. We learned that maintaining and improving the human operating system is critical to achieving maximum readiness and lethality. How can technological innovation be utilized to optimize the performance of our Navy equipment and personnel in tandem? Can innovating to maximize ASABO exist in multiple dimensions, to not just optimize Navy equipment, but also elicit the full potential of a submarine crew? I've been on the journey with the crew of the USS Missouri, seeking an answer to these questions. When we think of ASABO, we typically think of the machine, the equipment, the schedule, the parts. We analyze downtime or delay factors that result in lost time at sea, like diagnostics and troubleshooting, or logistics and parts acquisition, preventative and corrective maintenance. These are very important focus areas. And as Missouri docked for a 2-year extended maintenance period, command leadership was squarely focused on maintaining our schedule, system takedown, refurbishment, enhancement, purchasing and acquiring new parts, installation and reassembly, concluding with testing from bow to stern. But while the triad was focused on minimizing the downtime factors that creep and threaten the schedule, my crew, with their own individual challenges, were struggling to adjust to major changes like transitioning from an operational deployer to dry dock maintenance, or conducting a change of home port from Connecticut to Hawaii, and getting this new leader, this new commanding officer, with a drive to complete the shipyard maintenance period on time. Our people problems started and they quickly compounded. Misconduct, drug use, alcohol-related incidents, careless log taking, watch standing errors, incidents meeting report criteria, unsafe work practices. Personnel and performance issues detracted from the mission. We began missing our milestones and our key event dates. It became increasingly harder to do our job, to deliver Missouri back to the fleet on time. That's when I realized that while overhaul and maintenance of our systems and equipment is important, equally important is overhaul and maintenance of our human network, our human operating system. Over a 9-month period, the crew attended a 2-day workshop and trained on these principles. We then implemented a sustainment plan to weave over 40 tools, 3A+ being one of them, from the training program into our day-to-day rhythm. We began to see improvement. We began to collaborate. We began to see smoother working relationships. We began to see results. Our computer network installation, involving over 14 different organizations, was smooth and non-eventful. Our sonar systems, usually the longest leg to undocking the ship, was one of the first systems ready to go. The propulsion shaft replacement, one of the most complex dry docking evolutions that we do in the submarine force, was smooth and on time. We accomplished the fastest time achieved by any Virginia-class submarine from undocking the ship to commencement of hot operations testing. In short, we regained our time, when on average we were 25 days late with every milestone. And despite a shipyard tragedy and a worldwide pandemic, we caught up and maintained our schedule, ultimately finishing the maintenance period 5 days early at a savings of $25 million, maximizing ASABO. In addition to the results we saw as a project team, my crew also achieved some amazing results. I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation the challenges we encountered early on. Following training, a sustainment plan, and a continuous focus on Naval Nuclear Program principles, the data showed our harmful behaviors were substantially reduced. These numbers are important, but they do not tell the whole story.